Welcome back to Cox Connections, connecting you, our customers, to the community around us. I'm Gary McCullum. The Marilyn and Marvin Simon Family Jewish Community Center has been a strong advocate for increasing and supporting the well-being of students in need. That is why they were chosen as a recipient of a community grant from Cox Charities. Here to talk to us today about how the JCC is making an impact on young people in our area is Marnie Wallman, a development associate at JCC, and joining us also is Irvin Beard, principal of Birdneck Elementary School here in Virginia Beach. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
And again, congratulations, Marnie, on this wonderful award. We're so excited to join you in partnering on efforts that you're accomplishing with our young people. Tell us a little bit about, there are people who may not know what the Jewish Community Center is doing. Tell us a little bit about it.
The Jewish Community Center has much more programs than anyone would imagine. We have a Jewish Film Festival. We have a book fair where authors come. We have programs for seniors. We have programs for teens. We have programs for children. We have a camp. We have a daycare. And one program that we do run is the Be a Reader program, where
This is the BEAR program.
This is the BEAR program, where 100 volunteers go out to 9 Title I schools and spend an hour or more each week providing them with one-on-one literacy support and help.
Now, for those who may be listening, may not know exactly what a Title I school is, what are we talking about there?
And I'm going to refer to Mr. Beard.
Irvin, you may want to take that one on.
Well, a Title I school qualifies for that category by the number of students that qualify for free and reduced meal programs.
Right, and these are kids who typically may need some extra help, and that's, I guess, what the BEAR program does.
That's what it does. We're talking about children, and Mr. Baird will highlight this even more, that we give 5 books for the kids to take home per year. And you think of some kids' bookshelves these days that are full of tons of books, and many of these kids do not even have 1 book to bring home with them. And these 5 books that the children bring home with them really make an impact, and it's so wonderful that they have something to call their own.
Why does the Jewish Community Center have such a commitment to this program? I mean, clearly it has value, but why is there such a commitment around this program?
We have under Judaism, a value called tikkun olam, which means repairing the world. And we feel, and it doesn't just, and we have many non-Jewish members too that also feel this commitment that many of us can go out. We have an hour a week or more, and we can go and make a difference in the world, and we should. And that's an important value. And when we're in a board meeting or a staff meeting and somebody comes up with an idea, we try to support that as best we can, and that's kind of what happened 11 years ago.
So you get the grant from Cox Charities.
Yes.
So how will this grant help move the program forward?
The grant helps move the program forward in many ways. First of all, it is pretty much a volunteer-run program. And the most important thing is the children. So beyond just giving them books, we give them a BEAR t-shirt, we give them a BEAR backpack, we give them a party at the end of the year. And the volunteers, too, put much of their own money in terms of holiday presents.
I want to follow up on that. I mean, there are people listening here who clearly say, this is great, I want to get involved. You mentioned volunteers. If someone's listening and wants to get involved, either through volunteering or writing a check, how would they contact you?
They can contact us directly at the JCC or through our website, and often a lot of it came through word of mouth. For example, like Mr. Baird can touch on this too, that he might have somebody might come into the school and see what's going on and say, what is this? And we've gotten volunteers from attorneys through doctors to nurses that say, I want to be a part of this program, and we're very lucky that volunteers are coming to us.
Irvin, let me ask you, what has the program meant to Birdneck?
Well, let me just go back to what it meant to these volunteers. I have 12 volunteers coming to my school every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. How do you get volunteers with that type of commitment? Well, the answer is they see these children coming. I can think of 2 children right now, the first day that they started this school year. 2 children came in, they weren't dressed so well, but they didn't say anything. They were kind of looking down on the floor and not really looking at the eyes of the volunteer. Well, there's such a relationship now between those volunteers and those students.
Wow.
It's unbelievable the mentor effect they have. And it turns out those are two of my students who were homeless. And they had such a low self-esteem about themselves. These volunteers, they're a part of the Bear family and the Birdneck famly.
So
and
this
it really
is,
made
this
a
is
difference.
more than just reading. I mean, reading is a piece of this, but it goes much further than just that.
The relationships established by these volunteers allow the opportunities for those students who want to read with these volunteers and for the volunteers. And the volunteers do a lot more than just give of their time. They support the families during special holidays, during birthdays. There's presents awarded. I think the children and the volunteers do not look forward to school ending every school year.
Wow. So again, this partnership, literacy is a piece of it. I mean, providing the books, but it is creating this loving relationship that allows these children to blossom. I mean, that's such a powerful story, hearing these children, these homeless. You don't think about that, the fact that we have in our community children who are homeless. And this program is actually dealing with that.
The Bear volunteers, a couple of years ago, I had 25 families in my school that were homeless. Wow. The Bear volunteers they helped me develop a food pantry. They provided meals, they provided gifts, they provided clothing. They felt part of the Birdneck family.
So I'm listening to this again. Clearly we need financial help, and obviously the Cox Charities grant helped. But there are people out here who clearly could volunteer. They could actually be a part of this, and you're saying that they should contact.
Yes, and another aspect of it is the families. We want to get the families a lot more involved than in the past, and that's one of our goals for the future. For example, many of the families don't have cars, don't have a mode of transportation. We need, for the end of the year party, if we want families to be there, we need to be able to pay for a bus to get them there.
Well, we could talk about this more. We're out of time, and I really do appreciate what both of you are doing in this area. It is making a huge difference in the lives of so many of our young people. Congratulations again on the grant. Before you go, I want to personally thank you for choosing Cox Communications. Because you chose us, we pledge to be your friend during these trying economic times. We promise to provide you with quality products backed up by a talented local team of professionals that will help you stretch your dollar. And from all of your friends and neighbors here at Cox, we thank you again for choosing us and for joining us on this edition of Cox Connection.